This morning, an update to the story of Steve Denette. He is the Massachusetts man who, for years, has been trying to build his own 38-foot sailboat by hand, using wood cut down from his own yard. Brook Silva-Braga caught up with him again this week as the boat, the Arabella, finally reached the water.
You can see what we've been building.
Wow. I mean, it looks like a boat.
It looks like a boat, yeah. And every stage of the process, that's what people say. Ah, it looks like a boat. Oh, it finally looks like a boat. Oh, now it looks like a boat.
When we first met him last fall, Steve Denette had already been working on the Arabella for nearly 7 years.
So that guy's a white oak.
He had started cutting down trees on his family's property in January 2016. He had no experience boat building and no real source of funding. He had never in his life even sailed on a boat, and vowed he never would until it was the boat he'd built himself.
We first started, and I was like, I'm gonna cut down the trees and build a boat, and everyone's like, you're crazy. And then we would talk to people who are in their 70s, their 80s. They were, go do it. You have this dream? Go do it. What are you waiting for?
Because why do you think the difference in the generations?
I think they understand what a lifetime is and what you actually have the time for, and what you're gonna look back on and wish you had or hadn't done.
So Denette began to do it. He says he learned something new almost every day, like how to steam oak boards.
Down she goes.
Until they could be bent into their new shape.
You have a matter of minutes to get them bent into the boat before they harden and become non-pliable again.
But it quickly became clear he would not be able to build a boat himself. For some reason, there were just too many others interested in helping.
It's gonna start coming down a little bit.
Okay.
Aaron Waynes did whatever Denette would let him. He just finished 4th grade.
I'll try my hardest.
KP Palella was supposed to be starting college, but came to work here instead.
That's it.
This is a big step. You dropped out of school.
I mean, they won't let you defer. I hadn't started yet.
Denette was able to pay Palella and a few others once Acorn to Arabella caught on YouTube, earning ad money and crowdfunding donations from supporters across the world.
And what's everyone attracted to?
Is he gonna do it? He's totally gonna do it. And I think at first people were like, I'm attracted to watching this ship go down, no pun intended, but now they're attracted to like, this wood came from those trees and then it will float.
Or would it? Last Saturday, more than 1,000 people dodged raindrops in Mattapoisett, Massachusetts, to see the Arabella finally touch the ocean.
It works! You're surprised?
Then, this Tuesday, 7 years and 5 months after the first tree fell, the Arabella and Steve were ready for the first sail of their lives. Palella and a few other helpers got us out of the harbor. Aaron dropped a fishing line in the Atlantic, and Steve sat in the cockpit, seemingly overwhelmed.
These have to be big feelings, but you're not letting yourself feel them yet.
Oh, I'm not feeling them. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have words.
Is this really, truly the first day ever doing this?
Going out on a boat like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are filming the first time of me ever at the tiller.
Oh, come on, you have to give me a better how this feels answer then. Oh my, you're at the tiller literally for the first time. Come on.
It feels good.
Share an emotion.
It feels good. Pretty surreal.
Pretty surreal, I believe that.
One emotion Steve clearly felt was gratitude.
We've literally had almost every demographic person you could think of come through the shop at one point or another. The most staunch liberals, the most staunch Republicans. We've had gay people, trans people, non-binary people, people of color. We would not be here without the contribution of all of those different people. And I think a lot of those people, they come, they realize that, I don't know, they got a lot more in common than they thought.
Yeah. Why do you think people were connected in this pursuit when we're divided in so many others?
I think fulfilling and chasing a dream is something that most people can relate to. I think most people have dreams. I think, unfortunately, a small portion of people actually work on them and are able to make them into reality.
This is still just the middle of Denette's dream. Now he and partner Robin Agricola are preparing to sail across the world. Just give Palella a year or two to teach them how to do it.
Yeah, but we just need to make sure we give that a good birth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This new chapter means the end of the last one, and that seemed to be hitting Steve too.
Sadness of not working in the crew, and the boathouse doesn't exist anymore, and that was 7 years of my life. I went out basically every day to go work in the boathouse.
When the boathouse came down and the Arabella left his yard, Denette gave a canoe and some of his tools to Aaron.
Oh boy, this is gonna be really useful.
Do you have any thoughts about what you might make with them?
My rocket-powered snowmobile?
Oof, that sounds like a big project.
Yeah. It's a fun one, though.
And from the deck of the Arabella, it sounded possible.
I used to look at the people out with the sailboats and be like, oh man, that'd be amazing. Now, I'm one of the ones out there in the sailboat.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Brook Silva-Braga, off the coast of Massachusetts.
I feel like we need more of that in the world.
Hope, dreams,
Following
accomplishments,
through, coming together.
inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not just the dream completed for him. It is the inspiration. And when she talks about, I'm going to build my rocket-powered snowmobile.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Exactly.
Right.
A way to pay those dreams forward.
Yeah.
It's amazing.